Rodriguez in dominating form and getting off to a pretty good start tonight as well, with a victory in the singles against Bill Davis of the USA. This is Barry Bates of Wales, who just rushed off the stage and was heard saying, I better hurry up, I'm back on in a second or two. It's relentless when you've got 2 games on the spin, and well, all in a day's work for Barry Bates, I guess.
Carlos Rodriguez, one of the stars of the show of the first ever PDC World Cup of Darts. Who would have thought that 24 hours ago we'd be talking about Spain possibly clinching a semi-final place by beating Wales here at Reighton Meadows. Incredible after their win over England, but that's the top and bottom of it. Both Spain and Wales winning their opening matches tonight here in Group B. Spain beating the USA, Wales edging out Scotland, and effectively for either country a win in this game may just take them, may just be enough to take them into the semis.
Bear in mind, Spain started yesterday afternoon in the first round with a 6-3 win over Japan, before that famous victory over England last night in the penultimate game of the evening. And full credit to them for the performance so far. You have to fancy Wales on paper for the 3 games, the 2 singles and the pairs here, but we said that about England last night, didn't we? Anything can happen. Really has been quite a tournament so far.
100. Wales require 130.
Chasing a ton 30 there, Bates.
30.
He went for bullseye there. He's really gone against him there. Rodriguez looking to set himself up, if at all possible. Remember, 1 league point on the line for every singles game, and 59. That's exactly what Rodriguez established in his opener. Now Bates.
He's finished really well so far in the World Cup, Barry Bates.
80.
And it was Bates' brilliant leg in the deciding leg of the doubles against Scotland that won the day. A 180 followed by an 88 finish, and how important could that be in the Welsh cause? Treble 18 for Rodriguez. Oh, ball, he's hit 3 or 4 big tub plus finishes already. Right in the middle of the ball. Brilliant, brilliant from Carlos.
123 checkout, absolutely stunning. Remembering that deciding leg against England last night, 2 180s on the trot. Both Rodriguez and Alcinas absolutely superb. A reminder, we switch to Sky Sports HD 3 and 3 from 9 o'clock tonight. If you want the darts for the rest of the evening, then do switch to Sky Sports HD 3 and 3 from 9 o'clock this evening.
60.
Oh, Rodriguez and Alcinas have been sensational for Spain. They really have. And look at Rodriguez again. When you consider that Rodriguez has had an awful year, you wouldn't believe it, the way that he's played here at this World Cup of Darts. He's had a shocking year by his own high standards. Just outside the top 50 in the world, Rodriguez, at the moment. But in January he will tumble even further,
91.
while his compatriot Antonio Alcinas will break in to the world's top 100 after the World Championship.
1 league point on the line then. Which way will it go in this singles game? Rodriguez 1 leg up, first to 3. He can go treble 20 bullseye if he wants. Bullseye for a 130 on the back of a 1-2-3 finish, but he's gone for the safer option. Bates well behind. He'll be disappointed with this so far, Barry Bates. A player of his quality. Rodriguez sat on tops for a 2-0 lead for the Spanish fairy tale at the World Cup to continue.
Double 10 for Rodriguez then, for 2-0 against Barry Bates of Wales. And he's done it again, hasn't he?
Spain. 3rd leg, Wales to throw first.
Well, we're going to switch channels in just a couple of moments' time.
95.
The World Darts continues, the World Cup, Sky Sports HD3 and Sky Sports 3 right now. Welcome back to the World Cup of Darts. If you're just joining us, the World Cup of Darts, Carlos Rodriguez of Spain taking on Barry Bates of Wales, who will make it through to the semi-final. Rod Harrington, just talk us through this match. It's tightly poised. Barry Bates just taking the latest leg in this race to 3.
Yeah, Rodriguez take a quick 2-0 lead. And as I said earlier on, Rodriguez has really done a captain's job. The Spanish have been an absolute credit to the country and the game for their performance, especially against England. And if Rodriguez to beat Barry here, you know, they're getting 1 foot in that semi-final, and that would be unbelievable day for the first World Cup on Sky, and Spain make the semi-finals.
Already through to the semi-finals from the afternoon session. The Netherlands, Roman van Barneveld, co-stomping, together with Australia, who will join them. Will it be Spain? Will it be USA? Will it be Wales? Will it be Scotland? This race to 3 legs will keep you updated and show you what the league table's doing in just a few moments' time. Back to commentary, Stuart Pike and Nigel Pearson.
Yes, and singles matches here bring 1 league point for the winner. The doubles bring 2 league points. And Rodriguez, who played superbly last night in the England game. And that's a great dart there, that cover with a treble 19, simply superb.
He's taken responsibility, hasn't he?
60.
That 123 on the ball to win the opening leg has changed the whole complexion of this game. Bates will have to break throw twice if he's to rescue this match. Oh, and he is bang on form again, 84. Rodriguez. Looks like being a point to the Spaniards here in this opening game. And Barry Bates, who played so well 59. In the doubles against Scotland, looks like he's completely lost focus.
Double 19. It's gone for double 16 now.
82.
But it's no great disaster for Rodriguez, who got a point from his singles victory over Bill Davis earlier in the Spain-USA clash. And Rodriguez, the hot favourite to get another point on the board for Spain. 40. Could they be semi-final bound? Could be an important point, this.
Double 8 for Rodriguez to win the match. Double 4 now.
No score.
Well, he's bust the score. He'll be glad that there's no pressure on with Barry Bates way back, but he's going to have to take it out this time. Already missed 4 darts for the match. This time, Spain surely,
16.
For Spain.
There's the target, double 8. And that time, Carlos Rodriguez gets the victory. It's another point on the board for Spain.
Carlos Rodriguez taking a point then for Team Spain. Can Mark Webster get one back against this man? Antonio Alcinas of Spain. Commentators Stuart Pike and Nigel Pearson.
And this is a nice start for the young man, Antonio Alcinas. A 180 to get us underway. And here comes Mark Webster. What a start! What a start! This World Cup of Darts is serving up a treat.
Well, they both know how important it is. It's going to be another one. Oh, unlucky. So close to 3 180s to start the match. Webster not far away either. What a fantastic stand as well. We've seen 12 brilliant darts. And look at them, Alcinas on 181, Webster on 198. They both know how important this point could prove to be.
Need a deep breath after that. What a start to the leg. Brilliant. What a start to the game. Simply super. Webster beat Robert Thornton 3-0. Alcinas was beaten by Darren Young of the USA in his singles game. And he does face James Wade in the World Championship coming up at the Alexandra Palace on Monday the 20th of December. 60. Webster to give Wales the lead.
Well, who'd have thought that Alcinas started with a 180?
40.
May not have got a dart and a double, but that's a chance gone for Webster. Really is. Double 15 for Spain. Well, can't do it now. And the experience of
22.
Webster may
Wales
prove to be
require
important here.
20.
Double 10 for the former world champion.
There's the target. Got to the semi-finals of the World Championship.
15
And he'll be
score.
disappointing without the pressure.
Spain
Intensifies
require 8.
after a quick-fire start to the leg from both players. Now Alcinas switching for double 2. It's getting very edgy up there. Oh,
score.
very edgy indeed, and a chance
require
again
5.
for Webster here now.
Double 1 for Mark Webster.
3 score.
Well, incredible when you think of the
Spain
way that
require
they started.
8.
Both kicked off the opening leg with a 180, and they've now had 18 darts apiece, and we're still going. Well, in the
Game shot
end,
in the first leg. to
Alcinas
Spain.
takes it for Spain,
Second
and
leg,
despite the
Wales
fact that it
to
took him 20
Rothers.
darts, it doesn't matter. They've got the chalk on the board, and in the race to 3 could be very, very important.
100.
Sensational start to the match from both players. And Antonio Alcinas making his World Championship debut this year, by the way, on that
36.
big date with destiny for him, Monday the 20th of this month at the Ali Pali. James Wade, the opponent, as he was last night, remember?
100.
As if you need reminding, a big shock of the tournament so far,
Thank you.
when the Spanish duo put out Phil Taylor and James Wade.
Alcinas has already beaten Wade this year in
60.
Austria on a Pro Tour event, and Alcinas has also beaten Webster this year on the Pro Tour in Holland.
125.
He really has burst onto the scene. Antonio Alcinas appeared at the European Championship, and what an experience it'll be for him on the big stage
85.
at the Ali Pali. But together with Carlos Rodriguez, they have given us a real tungsten treat at the World Cup. We always
100.
thought that 1 or 2 nations had just come from nowhere. Spain have done just that.
Yeah, what they've done tonight, they've proved really that last night was no fluke.
83.
They really played
Wales requires
at the very, very
76.
top of their game. Double 8 now for Webster to level it.
60.
9 missed doubles for Mark Webster.
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought it. I mean, the way that he started off in Wales' victory over Scotland, and he beat Thornton 3-0. He wasn't missing with the
100.
doubles, and
Wales requires 16.
10th attempt now. And counting. Well, that's awkward. It was always going to be double 4 this time.
12
Well,
score.
you would not believe it.
Spain
0
require
out of 12 on the
137.
doubles. That's like you and I playing darts, Nigel.
Yep, double trouble for Webster, that's for sure. Sat on double 2. Now,
97.
can he get it this time? The man
Wales
who won the 3rd and 4th
require 4.
playoff in the World Championship. And that
Game shot
time,
in the
finally,
second leg to
Mark
Wales.
Webster gets a leg on the board. It's a race to
Third
3,
leg,
remember,
Spain to
for a point
Rothers.
towards the league
Game
standings. 1 point from the singles, 2 from the doubles for the league table. And as it stands at the moment, the Spanish
59.
duo are on 4 points and lead the league table as it stands right now.
Well, the simple equation for Spain, and Alcinas is hold your throw a couple of times, and it's a big, big win. The pairs to follow,
60.
of course, but if one of these teams can win this match, 1 foot into the semi-finals, and that's how it's looking at the moment. Spain, top of the group.
134.
We mentioned who'd have thought we'd be saying that 24 hours ago, and Scotland actually came into tonight's group stage as the favourite to win
41.
the group. But Gary Anderson and Rob Thornton have it all to do to even qualify after losing their first match.
Scotland have got the USA in the next match number 4.
135.
And that is a game of added significance now for Scotland. They have to beat the USA. Alcinas well behind here, so Webster
81.
will fancy his
Wales
chances of
require 133.
taking the lead.
Well, he knows he has to break the throw. He also knows he has to finish the leg off after missing
53.
12 darts at doubles so far. One of the highlights of the year, though, isn't it? That winning leg from the Spanish duo to beat Taylor and Wade last night.
85.
Both hitting 180s,
Wales
11
require
darter to
80.
win. One of the highlights of the darting year. 20 and tops for Webster.
60.
Be back for another chance, Mark Webster, to try and take the lead in this singles battle. Antonio Alcinas and Mark Webster. Spain against Wales, and the
81.
pairs still to
Wales
come.
required 20.
Now, double 10 for Mark Webster for a 2-1 lead. Gets it that
Wales on
time,
the third leg.
no problem on that
To
occasion.
Wales.
And
Fourth leg,
Wales
Spain
have a 2-1
to
advantage with
Roma.
1 league point
Emma.
up for grabs here. Alcinas throwing first then, looking to take it to a deciding leg.
60.
Terrific atmosphere here, great crowd tonight. The inaugural Cash Converters World Cup of Darts here in the Northeast. Huge success.
140.
Privileged to be here and witness it all. It's brilliant. And this just ahead of the World Championships at the Alexandra Palace, just around the corner.
140.
Looking forward to that. Great time of the year for darts fans.
Yeah, sellout here at Rainton Meadows for Saturday night semi-finals,
83.
Sunday afternoon, and then the final to crown the first ever PDC World Cup winners. Holland and Australia already through to the semi-finals, and just a little bit of light now for Mark Webster, and his class is showing through, but from absolutely nowhere, a 180, absolutely nowhere.
Bullseye now for Webster. Big shot. Oh, brilliant! Mark Webster hits the bullseye to deny Antonio Alcinas. That was a fair old game. Full credit to both of them. And Webster takes the victory. Coming next, we've got the doubles between Spain and Wales with 2 league points up for grabs.
Cash global game, this World Cup, do you think?
Well, I think with the Spanish beating the English last night, it sends a message out that we're not invincible in Phil and James A. And it sends out a message that everybody's got a chance, Dave. You know, and the Spanish will say if they make the semi-finals, it's going to, you know, really take darts to another level in Spain.
That's to Nigel Pearson and Stuart Pike.
So all to play for. The winner of this doubles match will almost certainly take their place in the semi-finals tomorrow afternoon and pile the pressure on the highly fancied Scotland later on in the tournament. Rodriguez beating Bates, Webster with a victory over Alcinas, so it all comes down 2 points at stake, but I think so much more as well.
Absolutely, Stuart, yep, very much, and Scotland will be watching on and practicing as they prepare for their clash with the USA up next, and then they meet Spain in match 5. Quite a night of darts here in the Northeast.
96.
And as you quite rightly said, Stuart, a vital doubles match. Remember, 2 league points available for the winners of doubles games.
100.
Well, the pattern certainly for Wales has been Webster with the big scoring and Bates with the big finishing, and
125.
that was certainly the case in their crucial doubles win over Scotland. But we know as a pair how dangerous Rodriguez and Alcinas can be after that stunning win over England 24 hours ago in this World Cup.
Yeah, for those of you that didn't see it last night, the Spanish boys against Wade and Taylor hit 2 successive 180s, one for this man, one for Alcinas. It was sensational the way they did it. 11 darts to win the game in the deciding leg, to stun Phil Taylor and James Wade, who admitted they didn't play well enough, but they didn't play that badly either.
44.
Well, the difference was Spain hit 6 out of 7 on the doubles. England, in the shape of Taylor and Wade, missed far too many. That's all history. This is the present, and as for the future, will it be Wales or Spain in the semi-finals? Well, a chance here for the Spaniards, 1-2-1. We saw Webster win the match against Alcinas with this, but we've seen Rodriguez with half a dozen top-plus finishes already in this World Cup.
Very cool customer, isn't he? Doesn't show any emotion whatsoever.
Wales require 40.
As Barry Bates steps forward for tops to give Wales the lead, and middle of the bed, that is a perfect finish and a great way to start the doubles game for Wales. Barry Bates is the man to give them a 1-0 lead, and just with the singles, it's first to 3. And that's a slack first start from Rodriguez.
Well, Mark Webster arguably playing
43.
consistently his best dart since he joined the PDC, and expect him to be a major player again at the World Championship at the Alexandra Palace.
24.
Lost in the semis to Phil Taylor 12 months ago, and then beat Barney in the 3rd, 4th playoff.
Disappointment for Webster with that last visit
100.
for Wales. And Alcinas hits the ton. Now, can Barry Bates recover? Can he
100.
get that steady ton that he needed there at Webster's poor effort last time out? But this man, he is like a machine. He just comes, does the job, hits the big scores, but
26.
not on that occasion. Now, can Webster bounce back and punish that from Rodriguez?
Well, that's the perfect first start. Should be a 140 here for Webster, really should. Yeah, absolutely. The moment that first start went in, it was asking for a 140. And I just wonder here whether the experience, especially of Mark
60.
Webster, will come into play. We've talked a lot about how Rodriguez has led from the front for Spain. Well, the same can be said for Mark Webster for Wales.
On the day, Webster and Bates, they would fancy their chances of becoming the
60.
inaugural World Cup
Wales
winners.
require 152.
Who will that be tomorrow night?
I'll tell you what, Nigel, not many people are talking about Wales for this tournament.
No.
And if they win this, they will be big contenders.
Webster just checking his score.
82.
Went for the treble 19 there. He's left 70 anyway, so chance for Wales to go 2-0 up, and that will be an uphill struggle for Spain, but Alcinas is made of stern stuff. Leads Rodriguez on double 16 if he gets the chance. It's up to you, Barry Bates.
Well, he's hit the big 6. That wasn't in the game plan. Bullseye, 1 dart.
45.
Well, it was an awful
Spain
first dart from Barry
required 32.
Bates, and the 180 from Alcinas has deserved a shot and a double. Cannot afford to miss here, Rodriguez. Huge dart, a double 8.
16 score.
Well, after the 180 from Alcinas,
Wales required
that
25.
had 1 all written all over it. Webster to punish.
Double 12 he needs, and double
Game
12 he
to the
gets.
second leg.
And you have to feel sorry for Alcinas, who did all the hard work there. Antonio Alcinas got that 180, and uncharacteristically Rodriguez, this man, could not follow it up. And now Webster and Bates for Wales are within a leg of 2 precious points.
78.
I'm just wondering whether Rodriguez is thinking about those 3 missed darts at double 16, because how important will they prove to be? Could be critical
96.
in the race for a semi-final spot, but we know how important this match is, and big game coming up next between the USA and Scotland, of course, because
81.
the winner of that stays in, the loser may be out. And of course, as far as Wales are concerned,
121.
a difference could be important as well. So 6 points if they win this, and a big left difference in their favour, and it's all looking rosy for the Welsh.
Very much so.
96.
So 4 league points apiece so far, but remember 2 league points available for the winners of the pairs. And at the moment, it's looking good for Wales. That was a good last start by Webster. He needed that one just to keep it ticking over and keep the Spanish boys under pressure.
Well, Alcinas again. He's had 4 180s tonight. He hit 2 in losing to Webster. He's hit 2 here in this doubles.
60.
Well, the last time the 180 was wasted because Rodriguez missed darts at a double. What will happen here? Going to have 1 dart at tops to win the leg.
46. Wales
Well,
require 141.
For the match now, Mark Webster looking for a 141 finish. It's a lovely start. Treble 19 for double 12. He's not going to get there, so
109.
chance for Alcinas to finish it here, finish this leg, keep the game alive.
Webster's been one of the standout players of the World Cup so far. Mark Webster's been outstanding. Antonio Alcinas hasn't been half bad either, but 3 missed darts and a double, that could be it.
Wales
Barry
require
Bates
32.
here. Nails this, and Wales are just about in the semis.
Double 8 the target now.
24.
It's hot in here tonight, and the
Spain
tension
require
is
20.
evident. Now double 10 for Rodriguez. Double 7 now. And that is frustration written all over the face of Rodriguez. So it's down to Mark Webster for the match.
Well, it would be fitting. He has been outstanding, not just today, but in the whole tournament. He's hit double 2 already tonight. Well, they've missed 6 darts to win the match, the Welsh.
Spain require
6 darts,
20.
and you never know if the Spaniards can just pinch this leg, and if they lose the match, it could be crucial for them. Oh,
10 score.
Unbelievable.
Wales require
Taylor
4.
and Wade will be thinking, why couldn't they do that against us last night? And now Barry Bates for double 2, surely to kill it off this time. Bottom of the board. He's a mile away, double 1. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, this is astonishing.
That first dart,
Spain
Nigel,
require
at double
10.
2 was nearer the treble than the double. They've now missed 8 darts for the match. Rodriguez to get a leg on the board for Spain. No. Well, that looks well. You can see what he's got to aim at, and the answer is not a lot.
5 score.
15 missed double
Wales
attempts.
require 4.
And now Webster is back for double 2.
This time, maybe.
And finally, Wales are able to get the points on the board. They get 2 big points for winning the doubles, and that is absolutely precious for them. They are on the way through, surely, to the semi.